Hi everybody, it's Laurel here, and we are super zoomed in on my Fiskars SureCut trimmer because the other day I was in an online community and some of the girls who happen to be from the UK were asking about how do you read a 16th on a ruler and eighths and so forth. And I shared with them a video that I had seen several years ago that was done by Angie Judah, who is Chicknscratch. And she showed a video similar to the one that I'm going to try my best to put together for you right now that explains it. So sometimes reading an eighth or a 16th is pretty tough. There's many different kinds of rulers out there. But if you just remember a couple of key features, it might become a little bit easier for you. So I'm working upside down, but you can see my pencil here. This is the 1-inch mark, and this is the 2-inch mark. Okay? So in between those marks, it is divided into quarters through these longer lines at the top. So that's 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2. These little marks, which if you'll notice carry through to the other side, are your eighths. So that's 1 1/8, 1 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. So 4/8 would be a half. 2/8 would be a quarter if you reduced it down. 5/8, 6/8, which would be your 3/4, 7/8, and 8/8, which would be your 2. So at the top it divides into 8 portions. Those lines carry through to the underside. Now looking here, and I know it's very difficult to see, but between the 1 mark and the 2, there are 16 little divisions. So that's a 16th right there. In between the 1-inch line and the 1 1/8 line is your 16th. So you just count over 1/16, 2/16. So 2/16 is actually reduces down to an eighth. 3/16, 4/16. 4/16 reduces down to a quarter. 5/16, 6/16. 7/16, 8/16 reduces down to a half. 9, 10, 11, 12/16 is your 3/4. 13, 14, 15, and 2 would be 16/16. So that pattern repeats itself all along the cutters. I know it's hard to imagine, but I actually have rulers that go down to a 32nd, which split that distance in half again. So if you just remember between any guidelines, and I'm using a Fiskars because that's a popular brand, on the bottom there's 16 divisions. On the top, there's 8. And there's also 4. So hopefully that hasn't been too confusing, and I hope that it helps you. I have found that this particular trimmer, I like it quite a bit. It has not only all of down to a 16th across the top, it also has it along the bottom. So I'll show you that. Oh, that's a lot clearer. Okay, but that's only down to eighths. Across the top is where you get the additional marks. Actually, only down to 8ths. You're getting the 16ths only up here. So let's see if I can't get it a little closer for you. See it? Maybe that's a little closer. You see it on the bottom there? Also, you'll notice all the grid markings. This one actually just gives you some extra guidelines. It marks things out for you, what an exact dimension is. It has a ruler here, too, on the portion that flips up. So if you're looking really in any direction, you can get your measurement. What I also like about this, and I don't know that's going to show, but there's a wire in there. See it? Actually, it's in the bottom. See the wire? That helps me line things up so they're perfectly straight. And there's no more cutting pads that, you know, run out. There's the wire. See it? There you go. My old cutter peed that I relied on for so many years, it had a mat inside here that you'd have to replace when your blade wore down. I find this to be a lot better. You're replacing the blades still, but not as often. It also has a swing out arm. And those measurements do carry through. So I hope this helps you. Learning to measure on down to a 16th can be difficult, and you know, in our discussion the other night, a lot of people are afraid to ask. So I'm hopeful that you found this video to be helpful. And I used to discourage patterns that went down to an 8th or a 16th, but quite frankly, I don't anymore, because I saw Angie's video several years ago and I sat down and I counted it out. So when you're choosing a ruler, I would make sure that if that's a measurement that you feel you're going to need, or it's new to you because you might be on the metric system, use that rule of 16. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.